Puyo Puyo and Tetris come together in a mashup nobody knew they wanted. Developed by Sonic Team, yes, that Sonic Team. The creatively named Puyo Puyo Tetris is definitely one of the more vibrant games coming out for the Switch and PS4. Its eye-catching visual style gives this unusual crossover appeal that has led me to await its release with cautious optimism. That it has finally been released in North America, let's see if this experiment works. Does it hold up like a firm and rigid stack of Tetrominos, or does it burst like a pile of Puyos?
Captain's report.
Let's start things off by talking about the art style, because it is absolutely gorgeous to look at. I know it's nothing new for the Puyo Puyo series, but the level of energy this style lends to the game is absolutely perfect for a multiplayer experience. Every piece of background art or menu screen feels like there's a giant party happening, and all of your friends are invited. Well, the friends that are looking for a casual gameplay experience and not ones who are already masters of the game and crush everybody in a couple of minutes. Look at you, Paul. Multiplayer is where this game really shines and separates itself from the current Switch lineup. It is an absolute blast to get together with friends and throw down in almost any game mode Puyo Puyo Tetris has to offer. It's an incredible rush to go from that quiet contemplation period of setting up your combos to finally hitting it, and dumping a ton of trash blocks or Puyos on your opponent's side of the screen and listening to them flail as they have to completely rethink their strategies to get back in the game. It's equally satisfying when you skillfully manage to work those garbage pieces into your own combos, and use your opponent's attacks against them, watching their smug, satisfied faces wiped away like Tetris lines. Still looking at you, Paul!
So I won, huh?
The secret to what makes this game so fun is the way the game masterfully marries the similar but strategically different Puyo Puyo and Tetris styles together. Things like how your trash pieces come up from the bottom of the screen for Tetris players while they come from the top for Puyo Puyo players shows a masterful understanding of the core mechanics of these two styles. Nowhere is this more present than in the game's fusion mode. In Fusion, you have both Tetris blocks and Puyo Puyo blobs being dropped onto the same playing field. You'll get mostly Puyos with maybe a string of 3 Tetraminos dropping back to back, but the Tetris blocks are heavier and can squish your Puyos. The squashed Puyos will drop back onto the same spots on the next turn, but this time on top of the Tetris piece. This opens up a wealth of strategies when it comes to combos, and exactly how you want to set up your lines. I wasn't able to pull off any huge combos, but those with more training can combine combos between Puyos and Tetraminos to devastate your opponent's board. I only wish all the game modes had this level of strategy.
It's horrible! We have this whole list of demands. That sounds awful. What sort of list of demands?
While most of the modes are fun and engaging, they're not all top tier. The party mode should be one of the best modes in the game, allowing you to use items against your opponents to create a chaotic experience. However, the items they use are lackluster at best. The only one that actually tripped me up was the spotlight item, only because it blacks out most of your column, which can make it difficult to see if your pieces are lined up right. Otherwise, the other items are easy enough to deal with and are only minor annoyances in most cases. These items are also used as soon as you clear them off your board, which means you can easily use a power-up when it won't really affect anyone's play. I'd have loved to have had an option to hold on to my power-ups like in Mario Kart, waiting for the perfect moment to hit my opponents with a well-timed speed item to really get their blood boiling. I would have also loved to see a greater variety of items that did more interesting things, like what Tetris Party had on the Wii. As is, the mode is just kind of alright. The worst offender of the party games by far is Big Bang mode, which just isn't fun at all. You have to combo a certain number of Puyos in order to gather enough Puyo souls, I guess, and deal damage to the other players somehow? How do you get the souls, and how many are there is a complete mystery. I mean, I combo these Puyos here and get their undying soul, but it says I missed. Do I keep the soul? Did I lose them? There's nothing that indicates I lost them, so does missing matter at all? This mode doesn't give you enough information, which turns it into a gigantic confusing mess that got really boring really fast, which is a shame because I'm apparently very good at it. Lucky me.
What a favorable outcome!
It would have been very helpful to have a tutorial or something into this mode included with the basic tutorials that the game does give you. The worst mode has to be the single-player adventure mode, which is a linear story about the zany adventures of the Puyo Puyo crew when Tetraminos suddenly invade their world. You'll progress through the story by beating certain scenarios, like beating a certain character or winning with a certain score. This is easily the worst part of the game for me because of how beyond boring the story is. The whole thing just keeps going in circles, and the first 2 chapters are just about meeting characters and learning their singular personality trait. I wasn't expecting a masterful narrative here or anything, but it just starts getting painful after a while. I feel bad for the voice actors who are really doing a solid job, but will ultimately have their performances wasted because I keep skipping these cutscenes because I just don't care about the Chihuahua engineer who's having another panic attack. Come on, dude, get some professional help. It also doesn't help that the character faces are horribly mismatched to the in-game dialogue. You'll hear characters screaming out lines in anger while showing no signs of anger in their face or stance, sometimes even wearing a smile. It's really weird to watch. Despite a couple of lackluster modes, Puyo Puyo Tetris more than makes up for it with solid mechanics and an energetic style that makes it a perfect multiplayer experience. After the disappointment that was 1-2-3 Switch, you can finally bring your Switch to a friend's house and prove that it's more than just a Breath of the Wild machine. This is a quality party game and a solid game overall that is a great addition to any Switch owner's library. Just don't expect very much from the adventure mode.
Nice job, everyone! Looks like we're in the clear.
Hey guys, thank you very much for watching the review, and thank you very much to Maker Retroman for letting me host this on his channel. If you want to subscribe to him, you can click on the button right here, and if you want to see any of his videos, there should be a couple over on the sides. So thank you guys very much, and I'll see you next time.